What's good, YouTube? It's KingX.X coming to you guys with a brand new video, and today in this video we're going to be going over the top 5 meta weapons in Warzone. These weapons can get it done at almost every single range and are very versatile. So starting off with the KGM-40, this is the class that we're running. For the muzzle, we're running the MX silencer. For the sound suppression, vertical and horizontal recoil control. For the barrel, we're running the Reisdorf 720mm shrouded for the recoil control and accuracy, as well as the bullet velocity and flinch, as well as the scope bob. Now for the optic, you can use the 3 to 6 times scope. I was using the 2.5, but personally I would like to run the 3 to 6 times scope. It is by far the best one for Vanguard weapons. For the stock, we're running the VDD 22G padded for the recoil control and the recoil recovery, as well as movement speed and accuracy. For the underbarrel, we're running the M1930 strife angled for the horizontal recoil control. For the magazine, we're running the 8mm Klauser 60 round drum. The ammunition is lengthened for bullet velocity. For the rear grip, we're running the grooved grip for the ADS firing speed and the horizontal recoil control. For the perk, we're running tight grip. Now this is going to help during your accuracy and recoil during sustained fire, but I probably would actually want to run brace just because it will help initially when you start shooting your gun when it comes to the recoil, but the attachment should shut down a lot of the recoil anyways. And for perk 2, we're running fully loaded just to have as much ammo starting as possible. The KGM-40 also excels at medium to even long range. Now I wouldn't really recommend this gun up close, but this is the KGM-40 class. Let's move on to the next weapon. The next weapon is the Armaguerra 43 from Vanguard. For the muzzle, we're running the recoil booster for the fire rate. For the barrel, we're running the 550mm 03P for the recoil control and accuracy, as well as flinch resistance. Reduced gun for the recoil control and accuracy, as well as flinch resistance. The reduced scope sway, as well as bullet velocity. Now depending what you want to do, you could run the body 570, especially if you're hitting headshots, because it will help your headshot damage, but you do lose body, so take that how you will. For the optic, we're running a very basic sight, which is the slate reflector. For the stock, we're running the infrared. We're running the SA folding for the sprint to fire and movement speed. For the underbarrel, we're running the Mark 5. For the underbarrel, we're running the Mark 6 skeletal for the ADS and move speed. For the magazine, we're running the 9mm 60 round mag. Now you can use the 8mm Kerr 72 round. I used both of them in the gameplay and they both worked out great. For the ammunition, I ended up running lengthened for the bullet velocity. For the rear grip, I ran tape gripped for aiming stability, movement speed. It's really just movement speed there. For the perk, I am running hard scope for recoil control. And for perk 2, I am running fully loaded, but you could run quick if you already have enough ammo in your SMGs regardless anyways. But it's definitely the class you should definitely consider using. This gun can be used in close quarter engagements, and it could also be used at some of the longer SMG ranges, but definitely recommend up close. Weapon number 3 is the SGG-44. Now let's get into this one. For the muzzle, we're running the MX silencer for the sound suppression, horizontal and vertical recoil control, as well as damage range. For the barrel, we're running the 760mm. This is the biggest barrel, and of course you want as much range as possible, especially because this gun's going to be used at long range. This barrel is going to make it highly accurate and controllable, as well as run the 3 to 6 time optic just so you could zoom in a little bit further and get people from long range. You can run also the VDD 34S weighted stock for the accuracy, flinch resistance, and recoil control. You do lose some movement speed. For the underbarrel, we're running the M1941 hand stop for vertical and horizontal recoil control, but it does hurt your hip fire, which you're not really going to do much of anyways. For the magazine, we're running the 7.62 Gorenko 50 round mag. For the ammunition, we're running lengthened for bullet velocity. The rear grip is the hatch grip for the vertical, horizontal, and flinch resistance. For perk, we are running nerves of steel for accuracy and recoil while injured. And for perk 2, we are running fully loaded. I like having as much ammo as possible. So this is the STG class. It's really just a long range machine, but you can use it up medium, and if you do hit a headshot or so, you could use it up close, and you'll see that in the gameplay. Meta gun number 4 is the H4 Blixen. For the muzzle, we're running the recoil booster for the fire rate. We're also running the 17-inch F3 for the recoil control and accuracy, as well as bullet velocity and flinch resistance as the barrel. You do lose a couple things like ADS and sprint to fire. For the optic, we're running the slate reflector. For the stock, we're running the skeletal CR10 for the recoil control and accuracy, as well as recoil recovery and flinch, as well as it does help you to your movement speed. For the underbarrel, we're running the M1930 strife angled for the horizontal recoil control, which you could actually run the SG98, but that all depends if you're wanting to worry more about your gun sway and also aim walking movement speed. But personally, the strife angle is definitely the best one to go with. For the magazine, we're running the 7.62 Gorenko 54 round mags. It helps with your recoil recoil control and accuracy, as well as headshot damage, but you do lose some bullet velocity and range as well as bullet penetration. But don't worry, we're running lengthened for bullet velocity, so that's not really going to affect us. We're running the grooved grip as the rear grip for the ADS firing move speed on horizontal recoil. For the perk, we're running Perfectionist for recoil control, but if you want to, you could actually run Fleet just for movement speed reasons if you're into wanting to be as quick as possible. Same with the perk 2, which is quick, but usually I would run fully loaded, but for this sake, I'm going to be running quick. And that is the class for the H4 Blixen, which this gun is good at close range and even medium range, but wouldn't recommend exactly at long range. Weapon number 5 is the Cooper Carbine. It has somehow made its way back into the meta, and honestly, it actually never left the meta, but let's go ahead and get into this class setup. Talking about the muzzle, we got the MX silencer for sound suppression, horizontal, vertical, and damage range. For the barrel, running the 22-inch Cooper Custom, which is the longest barrel, helps with your fire rate, reduced scope sway, as well as increases your damage range, and it's highly accurate. Running the 3 to 6 times scope. We are also running the Cooper Custom padded for the stock for accuracy during sustained fire and flinch resistance. For the underbarrel, we're running the Carver foregrip for vertical recoil control and hip fire accuracy. We're also running the 9mm 60 round drums for the magazine. It helps with your fire rate and ADS speed. And we're also running lengthened for bullet velocity as the ammunition. For the rear grip, I have the polymer grip for the flinch resistance, and it helps with accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. For the perk, we're running tight grip. Of course, it helps with your accuracy and recoil. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this gun is going to be a laser, especially when you're shooting, so be on the lookout for that when you're using it. And we're also running fully loaded to have as much ammo as possible. But that is the entire class for the Cooper Carbine, as well as the other 5 guns that I have mentioned in this video. Now, this gun can be used at basically almost every single range, close range because of its fire rate, and medium to long range as well due to how accurate the gun actually is. But that is all of the weapons and the meta weapons. Let me know which ones you guys are actually going to be running and what guns that might be off meta are you guys running. Let me know in the comments. I'd be very interested to hear that. But with that being said, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, put on post notifications so you guys don't miss another video. Have a good rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.
Society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous.